Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to another Advancing Learning Café. I'm Sarah Hillyard, and today I'm going to talk briefly about raising cultural awareness in the primary classroom. And I will extend this in my webinar on the 10th of March. When people ask me, where are you from? I have to give this long answer. I was born in Spain. I'm British, brought up by British parents, both of them, and I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's a bit of a mix. I don't really identify myself with my country of birth, Spain, as I only lived there until I became 4. But there is a bit of British and a little bit of Argentine that I do associate with. I have my cup of tea every day. I do not drink mate though. But I do love the Argentine asado, the real barbecue. Sometimes words come to me in Spanish, and sometimes they come to me in English. For Christmas, I celebrate both the Argentine Christmas Eve on the 24th at midnight and the English Christmas Day, having turkey on the 25th. And I like being on time, like you would. But here, it's almost standard to be slightly late. People invite you at a specific time, knowing that you will be about 15 minutes late if you're lucky. Of course, this is a generalization. I do know Argentines who are on time. But I've given you some information about where I live. And so now you may have more cultural knowledge about where I'm based. You can know about other cultures, how people dress, what people eat, how people live, what languages they speak, what side of the road people drive on. But is it enough to have a lot of knowledge of other cultures? Or would it be a good idea to develop other skills on top of knowledge? It's a good place to start, yes, but what we might want to do is provide opportunities for learners to develop respect for these differences, empathy, understanding the value of diversity, enjoy and celebrate this diversity, and even find those similarities that connect cultures around the world as well. It opens up new ways of thinking about cultural elements, food, music, dance, art, stories, games. So here are 5 ways of doing this. I'm just giving you 5 today. So 1, if you're going to teach about food in different cultures, why not actually try the food? It's different to say, oh yes, people eat sushi in Japan, than to be able to say, yum, I love sushi, I've tried it, I can connect to this, even if it's from a different culture to mine. I don't look at it as something totally foreign. That's much a me and you approach. Can I get sushi in my own country? Are there any Japanese restaurants? Yes, I don't eat sushi as much as I would if I lived in Japan, perhaps. Or try eating rice using chopsticks, or try some Mexican tacos, or drink some mate. See, different, but I can still like it, or maybe not. I can still do it. I can still learn it. Different does not mean bad. It's great. I might even share this difference. I am respectful, I value, and I celebrate it. I don't only know about it, just as something foreign. 2, listen to music from different cultures. Not only talk about the difference. Oh yes, people in China listen to Chinese music. Yes, great cultural knowledge. But talk about instruments. What's a bagpipe? Do we normally use these instruments in our country? Try to connect a musical instrument to construct one. What do people sing about? Is there some history behind the words? Compose a new song using a tango tune or a rap. Learn to dance to the music, learn a short bit of Scottish dancing. There is a lot of language there. I remember learning to dance Scottish dancing, and it was point behind and front behind, point behind and front behind. Experience it, not only know about it. Even traditional children's songs. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. This English lullaby has its own words in the language where I live. Estrellita, ¿dónde estás? Quiero verte titilar. There are lots of songs that children would recognize because they are familiar with them in their own language and their own culture. That is part of children's culture. We ask learners, Do you have a song like this in your country? Is it the same? Is it different? Can you teach it to me, even in your English class? 3, Little Red Riding Hood, a European tale. Some say it's France, some say Brothers Grimm, Germany. This would be a story that is well known in Argentina, Caperucita Roja. But not only those that are similar or familiar, but also those that are very different, like how zebras got their stripes or other African tales like that are different to the ones in my culture. That I will mention more of in my webinar on the 10th of March. Number 4, how about games? Teach them to play, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? Here in Argentina, we could say it's similar to El Pulpo. Ask them to explain their game, the one they play here, which is similar as well, and then play it in class, in your English class. Then perhaps play it in English and see if it works in English. Call it the octopus game. They might suggest piedra, papel o tijera. Oh, I know that one. It's rock, paper, scissors. Let's play. Once in Spanish, let them teach you, and now in English. So we see there's differences, but there are lots of similarities as well. 5, art. Can you do Japanese origami, for example? Great for understanding instructions in English. Or make Chinese lanterns or Mexican tissue paper flowers. But actually do it. Make culture hands-on. Don't just read about it as if it was something alien. Oh yeah, I read about that once. Let them experience it to bring it closer to them. So what we want to do is we want to give children the possibility to embrace the uniqueness of culture, to be able to appreciate and value cultures in the wider world with their similarities and their differences. We want to embrace these cultures to create empathy, develop respect for these differences, to understand and value diversity, but also celebrate the similarities that connect the cultures around the world. How is mine and yours similar as well? So join me on the 10th of March, 3 times that day, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. UK time for more cultural awareness raising ideas for your primary classroom. Check your time zones and connect from wherever you are in the world so that we can have a nice mix of cultures. You can register at macmillanenglish.com. Bye for now.